Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the newer items that we've added into our curriculum for our homeschool, which is Beast Academy. I don't see too many people talking about this, but when I've brought it up in the past, I have seen a lot of interest in knowing more. And so since we're almost done, we're in the last third of our workbook, I felt like it's probably a good time to chat more about it because now I've really got a feel for this curriculum. So just a little recap if you haven't seen my other videos about this. Beast Academy, so there are workbooks. There is also an online platform. We are just doing the workbook portion. We don't really do anything on the computer yet or any online platforms for schooling, just because I don't really find it necessary just yet. I haven't really dipped my toes into getting into that kind of space. But we'll see. We do everything together, and I feel like not all the time, but a lot of times people utilize online platforms for independent work, which I think is awesome. And we'll get there at some point, but we're, starting first grade, so we're just not there yet. But I wanted to talk about the Level 1 series of Beast Academy. So just to backtrack a little bit, we have added this in as a supplement for our summertime schooling. We school year round, but I wasn't wanting to start our first grade curriculum that I know we're going to be using, which is The Good and the Beautiful. I kind of wanted to just switch it up and keep it fun and interesting because we finished our kindergarten year so early. I was like, okay, I know we're going to keep schooling, but what am I going to use? So I found Beast Academy and it's been so awesome. So instead of doing more of I don't even know if they have a kindergarten level, but we're doing Math 1. 1A is the first book. So in this book 1A, there are 3 chapters. There's a chapter 1, which is for counting, chapter 2, which is for shapes, and chapter 3, which is comparing. So that's the whole book. It is not lesson by lesson. It's just kind of again, sorry, this is something I've shared before, but it's just kind of you just go until you can kind of tell where it would be considered maybe a separate lesson. But we just kind of go until we feel like we're done for the day, basically. There's comics in here. So anytime there's a comic explaining the concept that they're going to be teaching next, I always read the comic and then go into that subject so it's fresh in our minds. So there is actually 4 books. So there are 4 books in the Level 1 series. The next one we'll be doing is Book 1B. Then there's Book 1C and Book 1D. And it tells you all the chapters, what they're about. But we're just kind of going until, I don't know that we'll get through all these. I feel like we've got through this first book fairly quickly. We're not done, but we don't have too much left. So I'm just kind of purchasing the books as we go to see what we finish. So I actually do need to order book 1B probably today. And book 1B will be chapters 4, 5, and 6, which are addition, subtraction, and categories. So that's just a little bit about the book. The curriculum is fantastic. I think it's done just beautifully for engaging children and it is very engaging, very fun. I love how they use the comics to explain different concepts, and the characters are just super fun. Basically it's these kids going to Beast Academy and they're all friends. It has got their teachers in here and they just are teaching some different ways of looking at things, which is what intrigued me about this most, because we're doing really well with math, with our The Good and the Beautiful math, but I thought that it would be beneficial for us to try a curriculum that is a little bit different in its approach to math. And my son he's very into comics, so this was right up our alley. It really truly is a different approach to math and problem solving, and I find that it is making us very well-rounded. It's a little bit more challenging. My little sweetie's right here. She loves my tripod. The Good and the Beautiful math has taught us so much and really has like well-rounded all of our basics, that I just felt like Beast Academy was going to push us a little bit further, and it really is. And it's really been just so fun and so creative, these concepts and things that they're introducing. I'm very impressed. But there's definitely some challenges in here. So if you feel like your math curriculum is too easy, I would say this is a great one to check out. There's definitely been some stuff in here that has been a little bit challenging. Some of it maybe we've skipped over, because I told my son, like, this is just practice. Like, I am not going to be a stickler if you're not able to make the perfect shape because they're asking you to mirror the image. Like, I'm like, this is stuff we haven't done before. This is just for fun. This is, like, math is fun. It's not so serious. We don't need to, like, beat ourselves up about it. I'm also not worried that you can't make a perfect mirror image of a shape. Like, I'm sorry, but that it's just not that important to me. We're not going to get hung up on that. But I like the approach and how it's different from The Good and the Beautiful. So I feel like it challenges us a little bit more, gets us thinking outside the box a little bit more. And it's definitely like a deeper dive. I feel like The Good and the Beautiful's math is so wonderful, and it's so like such a nice, gentle introduction to math. But if you're wanting to step it up, and if you have a kid that is very creative and loves like drawing and the arts and stuff, which my son definitely does. He loves comic book style things. He's constantly drawing all day long. So that is one of the reasons this stood out to me. Honey, they love the tripod. That's one of the reasons this stood out to me. So it's very engaging. It is. We're really having a good time with it. I am loving how excited my son is to open this up and do it together. And they also, like I was talking about their online platform, they also offer small interactive classes, both in person and online. So they have actual virtual campuses. And then they also just have their more immersive, interactive Beast Academy Online, which is a self-paced program that complements the workbooks. So you've got a lot of options with this. It might not be for every child, but if you're feeling like your math curriculum isn't challenging you enough, or that your children are just like, they're just like breezing through it and it's just like too easy, this is great. That is pretty much all that I have to share about this curriculum. I am going to be ordering the next book, or next few books. We'll see. There's 3 more left in the level 1 series. We probably have enough time to finish all of them by August. So I will update as we go and show the other books as well. But I just really wanted to share more about this because I had not heard, personally I hadn't heard a ton about it. I saw like a few sneak peeks and then I was like, wait, what is that? and it really caught my eye, and I'm so glad that we have tried it out because it has ended up being such a fun curriculum. And I just feel like it's good to change it up sometimes, especially like over the summer since we school year round and we just want to keep the learning going. I feel like it gives us the perfect time to try something different and keep the learning going, keep it engaging and fun, and it's kind of refreshing to do something different. And I feel like it's just gonna solidify our math skills even more. So currently I have nothing bad to say about this whatsoever. I think it's really wonderful and we're very happy.